organism in this world. In case of us, the greatest of all living creatures, food is a part and parcel of our lives. Humans evolved over a period of time in search of food and shelter. In this process, scientifically, it's farming that we all have learned to do perfectly. Let's fast forward the present day scenario. India is a land with agriculture as its backbone. More than half of India's population is into farming. People who are called as farmers literally feed the entire country and sometimes export to other countries as well. The main problem here is the person who consumes the produce doesn't know where the produce comes from, who produces it, and how it is produced. I strongly feel that there must be a direct relationship between us and farmers because it's not about the money we pay, it's about knowing the effort that go behind a particular product we purchase from farmers. It can be tomatoes, leafy vegetables, spices, greens, and whatnot. We all must and should know the hard work that go behind producing food for us. If the secondary and tertiary sectors are serving, it's only because of the contribution from primary sector. I'm now going to take all of you back to school. Imagine that you're sitting in a classroom and I'm a teacher who's teaching you. How many of you eat rice? As expected, all of you. How many of you drink coffee? Most of you. Being in Bangalore, most of you drink coffee. My next question is a tricky one. Do you know how rice and coffee are cultivated? Do you know how many months of effort farmers put into the one grain you waste? Let me tell you all. Rice is consumed as a primary food all over the country. Cultivation of rice requires high amount of rainfall, ample amount of water and extremely labor intensive. In subsistence farming or the traditional method of farming, rice is cultivated by flooding fields first and then setting up young seedlings. It requires a lot of effort in weed and pest control during its growth phase. Rice roughly takes 6 months to grow, and on the flip side, we just take seconds to throw them. Now that you all drink coffee, let me tell you a little about coffee. Coffee is a commercial crop and need lot of attention and care during its growth phase. The coffee you drink is made up of coffee beans. To get these roasted coffee beans are picked, immediately dried, roasted and packed. Then they are sent to a coffee mill where the coffee beans get crushed into powder. The powder is what you purchase, which is placed into the boiling water and is sieved. The dark brown color you see is called decoction, which is mixed with milk. The brewed coffee is the famous filter coffee that we all drink. Coffee literally takes 3 to 4 years to grow. You might be wondering as to why I'm telling you all this. I recently saw a national television news where a farmer crying and shedding tears because he did not receive the right price for the produce he has produced. After struggling for 3 months, he ended up selling per kilo of tomato at rupees 3. At that point of time, the price of tomatoes I paid in Bangalore was 40 per kilo. Look at how much the middlemen are making. I feel that the efforts of middlemen is just 0.005% of what the farmer puts. In fact, I'll be wrong even if I compare it. Let us take the scenario that we all witnessed a couple of months back. Onions had reached a whooping price of rupees 200 per kilo. Though that is because of natural disaster, that is floods, we all struggled and ended up importing lakhs of tons of onions from Turkey, Egypt and Afghanistan. There are 2 messages I would want to deliver here. Farmers do not just work until the sun goes down, but they work until our tummy is full and happy. The first message I would want to deliver here is think, and think. thousand times before you waste and throw food, because there is a huge amount of sweat, toil, and hard work that has gone through to produce a particular product. My message number two: try to buy all sort of food directly from farmers so that they receive the actual price for the produce they have produced. Remember, once in your life, you need a doctor, you need a teacher, you need a lawyer. But every day thrice, you need a farmer. Thank you.